Welcome to MBA Solutions. I am Manjunath, working as an assistant professor at VVC Mysuru. In this video, let us discuss what are the activities of OD interventions. Before going into the video, if you are not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon to receive more notifications. So, what are the activities which are involved in OD interventions? There are many activities these OD interventions will have. In that, we'll discuss few activities. So, diagnostic activity, one of such activity is diagnostic activities. Diagnosis is a medical terminology of analysis. So, these activities are done to find the fact about the organization, or these activities are designed to find the fact about the organization system and process. And how this is done? Through observation, interview, survey, meetings, etc. So, before doing any intervention, this is one such activity which helps the OD practitioner or the change agent or the consultant to see how organization system is and what is the process of the organization. And he designs different methodology like observation, what to see in people's behavior, interviewing them, doing some survey through questionnaires, meeting them, talking to them. So this is one such activity which helps them to understand what organization is, how this particular organization is processed or system of the organization. This is one activity. Team building activities. OD practitioner designs team building activities also, which enhances the effort, cooperative effort and commitment of the team. So if team is not performing well, then this activity can be bought where to enhance the commitment and cooperative effort of the team. So how they do this? Through interactive tasks, case studies, off-site activities, etc. Off-site activities may be outbound training program. They take them to outbound training program. Interactive tasks where the tasks are framed where all the teams should work together. Case studies discussion will happen based on teams and how team environment should be. So based on this, they try to enhance the commitment and cooperative effort of the team. Then intergroup activities. Intergroup means interdependent groups where activities are designed to improve the effectiveness of interdependent groups. Interdependent means one group is always dependent on other group. For example, if you take finance department, marketing department, these two are interdependent on each other. If marketing sell the product, then they can bring some revenue to the company, and based on that revenue, finance department can budget or spend or allocate the budget for the next upcoming activities. So like this, some group activities are formed where these interdependent groups should be more effective or improve their effectiveness. These activities are formed by the intervention group or by the practitioner. So it enhances their effectiveness. So if there is a clash between these two groups, it is very difficult for the organization to make profits or to run in a smooth way. Hence, certain activities are designed. And please understand, all the activities need not be designed in all the time. Based on what problem the organization has, and based on that, these activities are formed. Now, survey feedback activities. So here questionnaire is formed, and this questionnaire will be circulated among the members or the employees of the organization. Data is collected. Why this data is collected? To identify the problem and potential opportunity to solve the problem. So this is one activity which OD practitioner will do. Diagnostic activity and survey feedback activity he will initiate and he will involve more, because these two activities help him to understand the problem of the organization and help him to understand where the opportunity is available to solve the problems. So this is one more activity the OD practitioner will do. Next, coming to education and training activities. So these activities are designed to improve individuals' knowledge, skill and ability in wide range of areas through decision making, problem solving, goal setting, planning and other such activities. So here OD practitioner will design decision making activity, problem solving activity. He might give a problem, he might give a case where problem is there, and he might allow you to solve the problem or allow the team to solve the problem, how to set goals, how planning works, how to implement the planning. Certain set of activities will be given, how decision has to be taken, how decision dilemmas will come. So like this certain activities were given. Why these activities were given? Because to improve individuals knowledge, skill and ability in wide range of areas, not only in one area, in almost all the areas or all the other functional departments also. They should know, they should have that some knowledge, skill and ability. For example, finance for non-finance. Now these kind of activities where even non-finance people also in the organization should know or should have some knowledge about finance. So this is how education and training activities will be designed to the employees of the organization by OD practitioner. Next, techno-structural or structural activities. Here what happens, activities introduced to improve the organization structure and technical system. Improve organization structure means improve the flow of information, flow of communication, and improve the understanding of interdependency between one department with the other department, between one level with the other level, and technical system. Technical system talks about IT, finance, HR. So some activities are introduced where it includes technical activities that includes all department and protocols. So here AOD practitioner will include all the departments, all the levels of managers, all the levels of employees, and he designs an activity where people understand how important the organization structure is and how to improve organization structure or flow of information, flow of communication in the organization structure, and technical system also. That means how IT, finance, HR technically, which is very useful to the organization. People will understand the importance of structure and technical system in the organization. Next, process consultation activities. So in process consultation activities, this is where the primary focus will be on improving the process of communication, leadership, members' role in teams, problem solving and group development. So activities are designed in such a way that help the client to perceive, understand and act on events which takes place in the organization. So it is like a process consultation activity. That means what processes the organization follow and how the client means the organization or the members of the organization perceive, understand and act on events which takes place in the organization. So how the process is in the organization and how people understand the process and act according to the events that happens in the process. So to understand that, to make sure that they act in a better way, they take better decisions, they take better decisions as leaders, they communicate. For that, OD practitioner will frame certain set of activities where he'll be primarily focusing on communication, leadership, members' role in the teams, problem solving and group development activities. Other intervention activities, grid organization development activity. So this grid organization development activity is purely to improve organizational leadership style and abilities. So people who are at the leadership position, for them these kind of activities are developed. Yes, obviously these activities involve whole organization, but it starts with leadership styles and abilities. So, and these type of activities are purely based on Blake Mountain's grid, which talks about concern for people and concern for production. So these activities are framed in such a way that leaders will understand whether we have to give lot of importance to people or production or both. So that kind of retrospective, that kind of introspection will happen with for the leaders. So these kind of activities are developed by the OD practitioner to understand and to make sure leaders understand leadership styles and abilities to manage, because leadership or leaders cannot use only one style to manage in all situations. They have to keep on changing the styles, and their abilities also should change based on different situation and based on followers. Now moving to coaching and counseling activities. So here in this kind of activity which is framed by the OD practitioner for the employees, their experts will come or experts will work with individuals. So experts may be from inside the organization or outside the organization. So they will work, that means they will sit with the individuals and they help them to identify goals and develop strategies for building competencies. For example, it is like a workshop, but not workshop with 30-40 people, workshop with individuals. So if individuals want to improve their competencies, they have to identify their goals and develop some strategies for building competencies. Then experts will come and sit. It is like a counseling. It is like a coaching also. Coaching means experts will ask the person, the employee, which area he can improve, which area is good or which area is his strengths, weaknesses, and based on that introspection and based on that counseling, individual will improve. So this is how this counseling and coaching activities are designed. So experts will visit and they work with the individuals, sit with the individual. Work means they will sit with the individuals and have an action plan to identify goals and to improve competencies. Then life and career planning activities. These activities are structured to understand or to generate life and career inventory. That means these activities will individuals, every individuals, they can understand what and all career is there in front of them, which career is suitable to them, which career helps us to go further, which career is good to take. So lot of career inventory, career stock that can be generated. Even life and career stock can be generated. That means how this career is going to impact your life also. And assessing current capabilities. So you may have a huge, very good career, but what is your current capabilities? So, and discussion of goals. So what are your goals? If your goals are different, your career path will be different. And for that you should have a current or you should have better capabilities. I want to be a HR manager of the company. So I see being a HR, I can go up in a ladder. One day I can become the CEO of the company. So this kind of career goal I have. Now what is my capability at present? How do I improve my capability based on the goal that I have? And what and all other career that is possible in the stream of HR. So like this, they design activities which tell the individuals or tell the people about their career and how they can assess their current capabilities and how they proceed further with the new capabilities. Then coming to third party peacemaking activity, it is purely conflict resolution activity where a skilled specialist like an expert, he comes and he tries to solve interpersonal conflict between two members of an organization or maybe two groups of an organization or two teams of an organization. Sometimes in organization, if the top level executives are in conflict with each other, interpersonal conflict with each other, then lot of processes and system will have issues to run in a smooth way. Hence, this activity is developed by the specialists so that their interpersonal conflict can be resolved. So these activities are also designed by the OD practitioner. Now, planning and goal setting activity. This is very simple where training, theoretical training and experiential exercises are given to improve planning, goal setting and problem solving capabilities of individuals. So first they'll theoretically train people on planning, goal setting and problem solving. Then some exercises will be given, some activities, some team building activities, so in that how they plan, how they set goals, how they solve the problems, all this will be observed. And this activity help them to improve planning, goal setting and problem solving abilities. Now strategic management activities, here it is done for very few key executives of the organization. In this activity, they should reflect, that they should understand, see, reflect organization's vision, analyze, assess organization mission and goals, SWOT of the organization, and they have to engage in long range strategic plan. Based on understanding mission, SWOT, goals, values of the organization, they should reflect. That means they should assess, check, evaluate these organizational mission, goals, strength, weakness, opportunities and threats or challenges, and later they have to frame a strategic plan for the long range. This is strategic management activities. And finally, organizational transformation activity. This is designed to fundamentally change the nature of the organization. If organization is really suffering because of its value, culture, leadership, vision, and so on, then this activity will help the members or the employees of the organization to rethink and relook on their value system, the culture, the leadership, the mission of the organization or purpose of the business, all this. Hence, all these 14 activities designed in OD interventions by the practitioner is not same in all the situation. Each activity is dependent on different situations. Each activity is dependent on different problems. So once he diagnoses the problem, then he frames the activity, and different group in the same organization may go under different activities. So like that, each and every activity play a major role in OD intervention. Thank you very much for watching the video.